Hi. All right, I'm gonna try to teach this. I hope this makes any sense. Just a warning. So Luke 19, and this is your Messiah, and and when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, "If thou hadst known, even thou, at least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now they are hid from thine eyes. For the day shall come upon thee, that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation." And he went into the temple, and began to cast out them that sold therein, and them that bought, saying unto them, "It is written, My house is a house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves." The last verse really wasn't what I'm talking about. But so he's warning these people that you don't know your time of visitation. And if you go to Luke 21, they asked him, saying, "Master, when shall these things be, and what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass?" And he goes on to talk about before the great tribulation. And in verse 20 it says, "And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, they know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled." And they go on to tell you, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with suffering and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." Okay, so they're warning you, all things which are written may be fulfilled. So it's talking about written about the prophets. So he's prophesying against Jerusalem. And then let's just read a little bit out of Isaiah. "Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people does not consider, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They are forsaken the Lord, and they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward." Goes on to say, "Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your lanes strangers devoured in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers." Goes on to, "Why do you sacrifice unto me? I don't hear your sacrifice. Why are you feasting in a profane land?" "Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead with the widow." But if we go to Isaiah 3, "For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves." "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of a well-set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. The men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she shall be desolate upon the ground." So guys, what I'm trying to tell you is that in Luke 19, your Messiah is weeping over the city of Jerusalem, prophesying against it, For the day, this is what he's saying, Luke 19:43. For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground and thy children within thee, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation. You're not watching. You're not keeping the 10 Commandments and teaching others to do so. You do not know the time of your visitation. It goes on to tell you in Luke 20, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Guys, they wrote about, the prophets prophesied about this. They warned you about this. This is going to be fulfilled. Jerusalem is going to be destroyed. Okay, and it goes on to warn you, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. So don't let that day come upon you unawares. He told you what I say unto one, I say unto all, watch. Revelation, he who is not watching, I'm going to come upon you like a thief in the night. He's telling you right here. You know, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Guys, this is coming upon the whole earth. Everyone. It's coming upon all you upon the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. Pray. Pray that you're worthy to escape all these things and to stand before the Son of Man. You've been warned.